The mark of a moderate man is freedom from his own ideas, tolerant like sky, all-pervading like sunlight, firm like a mountain, supple like a tree in the wind. He has no destination in view, and makes use of anything life happens to bring his way. Nothing is impossible for him. Because he has let go, he can care for the people's welfare, as a mother cares for her child. Governing a large country is like frying a small fish. You spoil it with too much poking. Center your country in the Tao, and evil will have no power. Not that it isn't there, but you'll be able to step out of its way. Give evil nothing to oppose, and it will disappear by itself. 61. When a country obtains great power, it becomes like the sea. All streams run downward into it. The more powerful it grows, the greater the need for humility. Humility means trusting the Tao, thus never needing to be defensive. A great nation is like a great man. When he makes a mistake, he realizes it. Having realized it, he admits it. Having admitted it, he corrects it. Seeds of tomorrow. He considers those who point out his faults as his most benevolent teachers. He thinks of his enemy as the shadow that he himself casts. If a nation is centered in the Tao, if it nourishes its own people and doesn't meddle in the affairs of others, it will be a light to all nations in the world. 62. The Tao is the center of the universe, the good man's treasure, the bad man's refuge. Honors can be bought with fine words. Respect can be won with good deeds. But the Tao is beyond all value, and no one can achieve it. Thus, when a new leader is chosen, don't offer to help him with your wealth or your expertise. Offer instead to teach him about the Tao. Why did the ancient masters esteem the Tao? Because being one with the Tao, when you seek, you find. And when you make a mistake, you are forgiven. That is why everybody loves it. 63. Act without doing. Work without effort. Think of the small as large, and the few as many. Confront the difficult while it is still easy. Accomplish the great task by a series of small acts. reaches for the great. Thus she achieves greatness. When she runs into a difficulty, she stops and gives herself to it. She doesn't cling to her own comfort. Thus, problems are no problem for her.
Nice one,
64. What is rooted is easy to nourish. What is recent is easy to correct. What is brittle is easy to break. What is small is easy to scatter. Prevent trouble before it arises. Put things in order before they exist. A giant pine tree grows from a tiny sprout. The journey of 1,000 miles starts from beneath your feet. Rushing into action, you fail. Trying to grasp things, you lose them. Forcing a project to completion, you ruin what was almost ripe. Therefore, the master takes action by letting things take their course. He remains as calm at the end as at the beginning. He has nothing, thus has nothing to lose. What he desires is non-desire. What he learns is to unlearn. He simply reminds people of who they have always been. He cares about nothing but the Tao. Subscribe to this YouTube. He can care for all things. 65. The ancient masters didn't try to educate the people, but kindly taught them to not know. How do they sound? How do they make you feel? When they think that they know the answers, people are difficult to guide. When they know that they don't know, people can find their own way. Subscribe to this. If you want to learn how to govern, avoid being clever or rich. The simplest pattern is the clearest. Content with an ordinary life, you can show all people the way back to their own true nature. Their own true nature. 66. All streams flow to the sea because it is lower than they are. Humility gives it its power. If you want to govern the people, you must place yourself below them. If you want to lead the people, you must learn how to follow them. The master is above the people, and no one feels oppressed. She goes ahead of the people, and no one feels manipulated. The whole world is grateful to her, because she competes with no one. No one can compete with her. 67. Some say that my teaching is nonsense. Others call it lofty, but impractical. But to those who have looked inside themselves, this nonsense makes perfect sense. And to those who put it into practice, this loftiness has roots that go deep. I have just 3 things to teach: simplicity, patience, compassion. These 3 are your greatest treasures. Simple in actions and in thoughts, you return to the source of being. Patient with both friends and enemies, you accord with the way things are. Compassionate toward yourself, you reconcile all beings in the world.
Listen to what this shit comes out of this piece of shit's mouth.
68.
He's human shit. He makes death threats. He wants people to be
The best
killed.
athlete
He's a piece of
wants
shit.
his opponent at
He's
his
lucky
best.
he's in Europe enjoying the wealth of the West. This piece of shit should be in some dust town in some fucking desert.
Enters the mind
Looking
of
at
his
a
enemy.
goat saying, man, this place sucks. My life sucks.
The
I'm
best
milking a
businessman
goat.
serves the communal good.
My life sucks. I live on a fucking rock
The best
in some
leader
valley in some fucking
follows the
tent.
will
I'm
of the
milking a
people.
goat like a Bedouin. Man, this place sucks.
All of
That's
them
where he
embody the
belongs.
virtue
That's
of
where pieces of shit like him
non-competition.
belong.
Not that they don't love to compete, but they do it in the spirit of play. In
Am
this,
I
they are
insane?
like children,
Am I the one? Am
and
I
in
the one
harmony
who
with
goes
the
and
devil.
attacks October
69.
Stay on stage and
got on the ballot?
The generals have a saying:
No, and there's been no challenge yet. That doesn't happen.
rather than make the first move, it is better to wait and see. Rather than advance an inch, it is better to retreat a yard. This is called going forward without advancing, pushing back without using weapons. There's no greater misfortune than underestimating your enemy. Underestimating your enemy means thinking that he is evil. Thus, you destroy your 3 treasures and become an enemy yourself. When 2 great forces oppose each other, the victory will go to the one that knows how to yield. 70. My teachings are easy to understand and easy to put into practice. Yet your intellect will never grasp them. And if you try to practice them, you'll fail. My teachings are older than the world.
This is.
How can you grasp their meaning? If you want to know me, look inside your heart. 71. Not knowing is true knowledge. Presuming to know is a disease. First realize that you are sick. Then you can move toward health. The master is her own physician. She has healed herself of all knowing. Thus, she is truly whole. 72. When they lose their sense of awe, people turn to religion. When when they no longer trust themselves, they begin to depend upon authority.
Okay, we're gonna do some magic poetry now.
It's just ranting about it. What?
No, you guys.
No clue.
He is very funny, but he is a real pain in the ass sometimes, but he's very funny.
So we can figure out America's #1 trusted paper towel.
This is the most dangerous planet in the universe. You've come to hunt an apex predator.
What up, C? We're reading poetry. And these are 3-minute clips for YouTube. We're reading collected works of the great Francis Fukuyama. Of the master. I'm eating a peach. Some tripods are better than others. Portable selfie stick tripod. $20. All metal and plastic.
Looks like. What are you talking about? Cool. I was at my bowling pad and you were still wearing
Life's a beach.
I'm eating a peach.
I'm eating a peach.
insurgent campaign. Bands like Chorus, bands that love Jay-Z, I think it's fantastic. And I defend your right to start mixing up a little bit. I think it's great. And I'm thrilled. Absolutely.
Okay. I know it's taking me forever to do this poetry reading, but we're about to get started. We're getting closer and closer. This phone doesn't want to work.
Tree to the feet, dare to look. What subjects we have to discuss?
I have to work on my phone. Very rare when somebody come out on a Sunday. It's like people like to use Sundays as self-care. I like that way too. I have a lot of things I gotta do. This phone's almost out of battery already.
I'm eating a peach.
What do you want to know?
I don't know anything about you. I used to run campaigns. I worked at the White House, and I know nothing about you.
Oh, wow. Well, I'm running in the 16th district of Illinois.
16 visit what state?
I'm in Illinois in the 16th district.
Okay, in here, Illinois. Great.
I'm running against Darren LaHood, and we have 1,130 signatures. We need 700 signatures on our petitions. We submit October 28th, and the website is johnforcongress.com. I'm running as a fiscal conservative. My mantra is stop borrowing, stop spending, stop taxing.
Stop taxing. Thank you. Okay. And who's is there an incumbent?
The current congressman that I'm running against is a Republican. I'm running as a Republican. The incumbent, Darren LaHood, he's been there 10 years. His daddy was in Congress for 30 years. And he was also Obama's transportation secretary. But Darren sits on 2 oversight committees. He's big into everything you could think of that they're not shutting anything down. National Surveillance Act, National Defense Authorization Act. They just keep borrowing and spending. That's what's happening. So I'm using poetry to hopefully wake up the constituents to vote for me on YouTube.
Very nice. Very nice. But how are you on Get Out the Vote Day?
Well, we have to get on the ballot. And if we beat him March 17th of next year, we'll have, a full 9 months, 8 months to run campaigns and do on the ground and digital advertising and hopefully defeat the Democrat. But just beating Darren LaHood it's very difficult. He's got $10 million, and I'm very critical of the COVID-19 vaccine deployment and response and Operation Warp Speed. And when he told everybody, you have to get vaccinated. Otherwise, this pandemic will never end, and we'll all be locked up in our houses, and we'll all die unless you get vaccinated with this experimental gene modifier. It's not a vaccine. It is literally gene therapy. So it's a gene modification, engineered chemical. I don't know. Are you vaxxed? Have you had any adverse reaction?
No, we haven't had any adverse reaction. I'm in New Jersey.
Are you double vaxxed, triple boosted?
Yes.
And do you get your annual flu shot?
Yes.
And you've had no medical repercussions at all, only an enhancement to your health?
I didn't get COVID. That's the best part.
And you didn't give anybody COVID, right?
Right.
Well, then that's great news. But unfortunately, the science doesn't hold up to your outcome because the data says otherwise.
So how's the money coming in? Are you going to, like everyone else has been doing? I worked at the White House, and I worked for, I'm a Democrat, so you should know that. And I worked for Jimmy Carter, and, I've been on both sides of the aisle helping people in campaigns. So I've had a long, I'm a cantor. I'm retired, but even when I was head of the school in Hoboken, New Jersey, I was able to change the trajectory of Hoboken, New Jersey from the mob bosses for hundreds of years to a new way of democracy about 20 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And my thing is, political campaigns. I'm very good at it. I mean, once I became a cantor, I had to hold off, but I did say to the rabbi at my congregation that I'm very good and we need to change Hoboken or we're going to keep sitting in this ridiculousness of 100 years of, mob bosses. And if we don't get somebody else in there, same, and people aren't going to come because the congregation that I was leading, the place was falling apart. You know, we had like 25 congregants, and we wanted to start a school, and it's a beautiful building, and all was successful, so we were able to do it and change the trajectory, and Hoboken is a good state. So,
But
yeah,
what happened to the mob bosses?
mob bosses, what happened to the mob bosses? That's a very good question. I should go and answer that, and my mind is fading after all these years. What happened to the mob bosses? My girlfriend got a 2-term there. There was a lot of cleaning up. There was a lot of cleaning up in the police department. There was a lot of, I called in a lot of people from the state who regulate when we had elections. And Hoboken was no longer the place that they remembered for the past 200 years.
Mm.
It had been going on forever and ever, and there were no longer a place. Hoboken, New Jersey also was built up. It was, when I was there 20-something years ago, it was ready to go into the Hudson River, literally how bad it was. And I had just gotten married, and somebody said there's this little congregation, but don't get scared. You know, they haven't been able to keep it up. And I said to the other clergy, hey, I know how to do this really well. And my life was threatened many a time. I don't know how my husband is still with me. That's a reality, because I had to go pick up voter registration, and all that was going into the city, into New York City, and they tried on the Hudson River Parkway to put my car into the Hudson River. That was scary. And and listen, New Jersey and New York politics are very different. I mean, people hear about it and they say, oh yeah, we have similar stuff. No. This is life or death out here. And Hoboken was one of those places where it was life and death.
It's kind of crazy that people take it, to that extreme.
That's serious. Oh yeah. Oh, not even a question. Everything I'm telling you is no exaggeration. No exaggeration. And my girlfriend who got in there was, this mousy kind of person, and boy did she, as the people in Hoboken say, not that usually comes out of my mouth, but she had the kahunas, as they say. I don't know how. I think that they just thought that she was never going to get in, and this was my little side hustle, and no one really knew that I really worked hard in politics before I got into the clergy. I don't forget what was taught to me. I don't forget what Washington. I was beat up, not physically, but beat up a lot of times in politics.
Mm.
And unfortunately, these people have been doing it for 150 years of their lives, and they were very good at it. And eventually, we got out of the box, and she got in for two terms, and Hoboken is
Crazy, like I can't. This way.
this department. There was a lot of, we have a lot of Republicans in Hoboken, and the council is, always swaying one way or another, and that's what it's supposed to be like. And the place is totally cleaned up. I mean, everybody wants to live there, and they're spending more money than they are in New York City in Hoboken for rent. That's a little problem. But the old timers, had their houses, and they've been there for so long that they're doing okay. But the whole place was redone. You wouldn't even, you could see pictures from 20 years ago. You can't believe that the revitalization happened. So, listen, I've been on both sides, helped, campaigns on both sides. This is a rough business. It's not easy, as you know.
Yeah, I mean, it's like anything. I was talking to my sister about my mom yesterday. I'm like, it is like all about psychological intelligence, and how you respond. if you just slip in one negative word, you can cause a
And
catastrophe.
was
Can't hear her, but
when people want to get
psychology and human intelligence.
Hogan was one of those places. And Hogan was one of those places. The issue is that you're politicking all these weeks, months to get your name out there.
Mhm.
But if you don't have a ground or of how to get those people and know your numbers to get them to the polls, you're done. You're done. It's up for toss of a coin.
Yeah, I was on NPR and I've been invited on another radio podcast, but really the outcome of uh, whether or not I'm on the ballot and then whether or not I win the primary, like that'll all create more, publicity opportunities. And so it's all just day to day.
It is day to day, but I just gave you the bottom line. That is the bottom line. Your name recognition, getting out there, all that is very important. But on the day of, you don't have your battleground people.
Yeah.
You're not winning, and you can't. Many politicians just wait it out because oh well, we made telephone calls. It's not like that. This is a war, and you need to have a war room, and you need to know every district, and you need to know who's getting them out. You got to get people, help people come to the polls. And the reality is, I don't know, what cycle you're on or what cycle it's going to be, federal or local.
It's federal.
Yeah. So if it's federal cycle, I'm telling you, it's not enough for people to get out there. So you got to have this really, get your elderly people out there, and you got to know every address and who's going to be there, and who's going to pick them up, and who's going to help you with vans. All this is great, and you can tell me that you have a great platform and you're seeing the swell. Doesn't mean anything if they don't come that day.
Oh, I know. It's so nerve wracking, and you think
I
about
know.
how much money you
it
have.
shouldn't be. I'm just telling you, it shouldn't be. And all the times that I've been on both sides of the aisle, this is a war game. And the issue is you need to know every household, you need to know every block, you need to have a lot of chiefs helping on those districts to get out the vote. That's your job.
Yep, I agree.
That's your job, and you need a whole bunch of people who are going to make sure that happens. These are your soldiers.
I know, unfortunately, many of my soldiers are not up to snuff because they're bought and paid for mercenaries with very, non-existent credentials, and a lot of the work is less than successful. But I am just one person doing this from a meditation perspective. I've been reading poetry on YouTube because honestly, Grace, if I don't win, the outcome or the way that I'll feel is truly the same. A lot of this is actually just publicity and credibility building for a future campaign as well. Um, I have $600. He's got 10 million. I'm not delusional. I live in reality, and I understand how brains are bought and paid for through media. So a lot of this is just laying the groundwork for a future successful campaign, which will
Wonderful.
100% pay for that.
Wonderful. As long as you have that good attitude. But the reality is, the real ones, it's not their fame, it's not, getting out in commercials, it's getting those people to the polls.
Yeah.
And that's been the biggest myth. He could have 10 million followers. The issue is, but if he's carting them all in busloads, then, he has the money to do it, then you're sunk.
Well, it's a little bit like the casino. it's the same thing. You got to get people in the buses. You have to get them there. If they just see an advertisement but they don't get there, they're never going to open up their pocketbooks. So, anyways, I hope you enjoy this meditation. It's a poem. I know you spend a lot of time on this app talking to people and moderating. But in the book club, which is the house you're in, we have one rule. And one rule, and that's we only read books to each other.
Wow. Look at that. Didn't know anything about
Yeah, no opinions, no long form conversations, because conversations are actually just conversational hypnosis. And so I think that if we really want to change ourselves, and improve the world, we have to read. And poetry is instantaneous delight and joy. And most people are not living in joy, but poetry can bring you into a state of mind, based on joy. So that's why I like to read poetry. And these are like 3-minute clips for YouTube. So I go about 2 minutes, 50 seconds, and then it's a cut. So take the deepest breath of the day, hold it for 10 seconds. This poem is called Astray in Her Paths. I feel thee shudder, clinging to my arm, before the battlements of the salt sea, black billows tipped with phosphorescent light, towering from where we stand to yonder shore. There is no earthly shore, but guards the coast of that which is from that which is to be. Wherefore it kindles no evasive fire, nor blaze through the night, but lies forgotten, gray in the twilight. Never a star is out to light the broad horizon. Only here behind us cluster lamps, and busy sounds of men proclaim a city. But to us they are not here, for we, because we love, are not of earth, but as the immortals stand with eyes immutable, our souls are fed on a strange new nepenthe from the cup of the vast firmament. Nor do we dream, nor think we aught of the transient world, but are absorbed in our own deity. And our clear eyes reflect. Who dares to gaze shall see and die. The changeless empyrean eternity, the concentrated void of space. For being the center of all things, time is to us the now, and space the here. From us all matter radiates, is a part of our own thoughts and souls, because we love. Thou shudderest, clinging to me, though the night jewels her empire with the frosty crown of thousand twinkling stars, whose hoary crests burn where light touches them, with diamond points of infinite far fire, save where the sea is ebony with sleep. Though the wind pierces the morrow, since it is the word of the Almighty and cuts through the air, that may not stay its fury, with a cold nipping and chill, it is not in the wind, nor through the thunder broke, or flashed the fire. From all the circle of eternity, were that the reason, for thou shudderest to hear the voice of love. It is no voice that men may hear, but an intensest rich silence. That silence when man waits to hear some faint vibration in the smitten air. And if ye hear not, die, but we who love are beyond death, and therefore may commune in that still tongue. It is the only speech and song of stars and sun, nor is it marred by one dissentient tremor of the air. It girds the earth, but in lone ether spreads its song. But now I turn to thee, whose eyes blaze on me with such look as flesh and blood may never see and live, for so it burns into the innest being of the spirit, and stains its vital essence with a brand of fire that shall not change in shuddering. I gaze back, spring to spirit with delights. Okay, that's
of the
it.
salt sea,
It's 3 minutes.
black billows tipped with phosphorescent light,
Thank you so
towering
much.
from where we stand to yonder.
So that's in 3 minutes across multiple cell phones. I published this all on YouTube under Candidate John. And
Very nice.
yeah, I say it's poetry to defeat and unseat Darren LaHood.
I love it. I love it. You did good. Thank you. This was a little miracle that I found my way to you today. And I
Excellent.
appreciate it. So,
Why don't you sing? I mean, if you're an actor, why don't you sing on this album?
oh no, 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 that's not my job.
Well,
That's not my job to sing, Henry. But I do sing when I sing in the Jewish rooms when they ask me to. Absolutely.
do you know this rabbi out of Berkeley who does Kabbalah studies? Danny Mott. Danny Mott. Have you ever heard of him? Not a rabbi. He's a doctor. But anyways, I guess I thought maybe I took his Kabbalah course. I thought maybe I heard you in one of his, conference calls.
No, but I will give you a blessing today and I will sing it for you.
Okay, sweet.
Oh, guide his steps and help him find his way. He needs your shelter now. Wrap him in his arms and guide his steps and help him make this day a song of praise to you. Wrap him in your arms and guide his steps. And that's with me laying down. I'm sorry.
Wow, that was beautiful. Wow, that was really beautiful. Oh,
Well, thank you
you're
for the
proud.
opportunity to bless. Yeah, this goes further than you even dreamed of.
Thanks. It is actually, I gotta say, it's kind of strange, but a lot of this is only because of Jewish friends. Uh, my Jewish friends are like stepping stones, or they're always positive. Like they're never negative. They're always giving, never taking. And so that's been my observation and experience with, all my Jewish friends in my life.
May they continue to help you along your way. That's all I have to say. They better.
Yeah, I mean, I help them along in the way too. I mean, it's always reciprocal. So thanks for being here. I'm
It
all.
was a pleasure.
Yeah, thank you. We
And
will.
I wish you a lot of luck. Okay, bye-bye.
Okay, thanks. Bye, Grace.
Let's get fiscal. Lesson 2, credit card combat. Getting your finances together? Learn to master your money with Credit Karma today for a stronger tomorrow. Defend yourself against generic advice and one-size-fits-all recommendations. Credit Karma gathers offers from trusted partners, helping you quickly pin down the cards and loans that are right for you so you can build those money muscles. Harness the power of Credit Karma today to win your financial future tomorrow.
Towering from where we stand to yonder shore, there is no earthly shore but guards the coast of that which is from that which is to be. Wherefore it kindles no evasive fire, no blaze through the night but lies forgotten, gray in the twilight, never a star is out to light the broad horizon. Only we hear behind us cluster lamps and busy sounds of men proclaim a city. But to us they are not here, for we, because we love, are not of earth, but as the immortals stand with eyes immutable, our souls are fed on a strange new nepenthe from the cup of the vast firmament. Nor do we dream, nor think we aught of the transient world, but are absorbed in our own deity. And our clear eyes reflect, who dares to gaze shall see and die, the changeless empyrean eternity, the concentrated void of space. For being the center of all things, time is to us the now, and space the here. From us all that radiance is a part of our own hearts and souls, because we love. Thou shudderest, clinging to me, though the night jewels were an empire with the frosty crown of thousand twinkling stars, whose hoary crests burn when light touches them, with diamond points of infinite far fire. Seaward seas and tomorrow, since it is the Lord of the Almighty cuts through the air, it may not stay its fury, but the cold within it chill is nothing's wind, nor through the thunder flash the fire. From the circle of eternity was at the reason, for thou shudderest to hear the voice of God. It is no voice that men may hear, but in incense rich of silence. It's silence when man waits to hear some faint vibration in the smitten air. And if he hear not, die, but we who love are beyond death, and therefore may commune in that still tongue. It is the only speech and song of stars and sun, nor is it marred by one dissentient tremor of the air. It girds the earth, but in lone ether spreads its song. But now I turn to whose eyes blaze on me with such look as flesh and blood may never see and live, for so it burns into the innest being of the spirit and stains its vital essence with a brand of fire that shall not change in shuddering. I gaze back, spring to spirit with blackness in a salt sea. 3 minutes. Towering from where we stand to yonder shore, there is no earthly shore but guards the coast of that which is from that which is to be. Wherefore it kindles no evasive fire, no blaze through the night but lies forgotten, gray in the twilight.
That took me laying down. I'm sorry.
Wow, that was beautiful. Wow, that was really beautiful.
Well, thank you for the opportunity to let goes further than you even dreamed of.
Thanks. You know, it is actually, I gotta say, it's kind of strange, but a lot of this is only because of Jewish friends. My Jewish friends are like stepping stones. Or they're always positive. Like, they're never negative. They're always giving, never taking. And so that's been my observation and experience with, all my Jewish friends in my life.
May they continue to help you along your way. That's all I have to say. They better.
Given whether they like it or not.
Along the way, too. I mean, it's always reciprocal. So thanks for being here.
Now, he half believes
unfailing love rest upon us, O Lord. God makes his people strong. God gives his people peace. Who will praise God's name in song and glorify him with thanksgiving. Let the words of my mouth and the meditation of my heart be acceptable in your sight, O Lord. This is the day the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be glad in it. The Lord is good and his love endures forever. The Lord will keep you from all harm. Open your mouth and taste. Open your eyes and see how good God is. The Lord upholds all those who fall. The Lord has heard my supplication. The Lord will receive my prayer. In him our hearts. Who is a real enemy of people who want a future for humanity? You see, there are also people to make Western soup. That means, what are you trying to admit, Dave? I'm here to speak my version of understanding. If you don't agree, you can, challenge it, whatever, right? Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I was just in a bad. Okay, Big Rex asked me, do I support Israel? Right? Yes. So, that is my position. You can see I see the bigger picture is unity in US, unity in Europe, and not to be compromised by people from the Arab nation.
He's in the peace.
To let them succeed. Because we got the unity in Europe and unity in what are you trying to transmit, Dave? I'm here to speak my version of understanding.
How do they sound? How do they make you feel? What do you think? Congressman John the Chinese Congressman John Kitover. Congressman John reading poetry. Congressman John.
Okay, Big Rex asked me my support is I wish you best wishes in the kingdom. Seen him in many months now, which I feel like has been a good thing for me. And see, that's the thing about being your true, authentic self, is if you get blocked, it's what you actually desire. Because I want to remove these people from my communication stream. And by maybe harassing them or trolling them or letting them know I'm recording what they're saying, like that basically frees up more of my time for me. Wait, are you blocked out of journalism? For the sage says, I do not make any fuss and the people transform themselves. Wisdom. I choose akin to the newborn babe's perfection seems imperfectly. Truly too much honor means no honor. What is it in the end to be shrunken as small as it is in its Om has several meanings. It is the sound of all sounds, the sound of the universe, the sound of creation, the beginning of life. Om contains 4 separate parts. Om. Silence. Sit comfortably with your back straight. Inhale. On the exhalation, begin chanting Om. Remember the 4 distinct parts. Pause. Inhale. Exhale. Chant twice more. I am part of life's joyful sound. Music releases tension and dispels negative energy. Promotes a feeling of total peace. Releases powerful spiritual vibrations. Fills the entire self with Om has several meanings. eternal peace, releases powerful spiritual vibrations, fuels the entire self with luminous energy. Om has several meanings. It is the sound of all sounds, the sound of the universe, the sound of creation, the beginning of life. Om contains 4 separate parts. O, silence. Sit comfortably with your back straight. Inhale. On the exhalation, begin chanting Om. Remember the 4 distinct parts. Pause, inhale, and exhale. Chant twice more. I am powerful. Lucy on stage. The bells are marked to feel the other seasons of challenges into those powerful spiritual
Maxime Rhyme, Gungram,
On the exhalation, begin. Chant twice.
like button and subscribe now. Share this video. Put a comment in the chat right now. Like the video now. Share the video now. Like it. Leave a comment. I want to hear from you. What do you think about it right now? Leave a comment. It's that video. And it's Darren the Hood. Need you to like this video. Subscribe to this YouTube account. I'm going to read to you a poem. This is candidate John running against Darren the Hood of the 16th District. This is called the Bean Fiddler. I do not envy any man, but if I did, 'twere him whose will is to take an old petroleum can and supply beans and chilies and set a trellis work of poem, silent puppet play, and squat there all day in charitable calm. The passers-by sniff the pot there, bubbling and steaming as they stop. Salam, pass the time of day, gorge a playful while they chop. Small talk, go the lazy way. A soothe poorer, happy man, guesses not what harsh and knavish woes went to make the old tin can among those mercenary, slavish mongrels that crossed the Atlantic waves before it reached his green oasis. That's a word French, and the only slaves, thanks to bureaucratic basis. Allah gave me an old tin can and a supply of beans and chilies, and I shall be a happy man, whose way is even as his will is. Started getting in a fight with me, and got very upset. And the cashier says to me, "Oh, you didn't know? Just along for the ride." And I was like, a fucking cashier is telling me that I'm just along for the ride. I was like, damn. I was laughing, and I was just like in disbelief because I was like, I had never realized that I was a bitch. And I was just like along for the ride with my mom, that like she's gonna do and say whatever the hell she wants. She can shit. I'm in her house. Like, it's not the other way around. Sorry. It's like it was just Ireland, but Jerry's an anti-Semite. Yes. Waste no time. You don't read books no more. You all got brain round. So I can come in here, do my little comedy show, make you all giggle and say, "Oh man, thank God, someone's having a good time." so spot on. So this morning, Mikhail messaged me. Okay, enjoy. Self-thinking. It's thinking. But you just know it, like, no, that's what. It looked like just a pine tree.
from hair? Discover Bronze Smart IPL, the smart alternative to laser. Enjoy 2 years free from hair and hair removal.
See it? See? B is for boy. You are boy. Forget it. You can never learn.
The boy I would like to couple up with is
Boy. Meat boy. Check out.
sit here. What's harder, picking plays or picking outfits? More ice in your veins or ice in your chains?
Nice choice.
You gotta be twice as good. Can you throw twice as far? Do it right order the brains eat.
Trying to get locked out of accounts. Everything gets suspended. It's like, Jesus. Fucking can't I just use a cell phone over here the way I want to use a cell phone?
Discover everything banking should be with Advia Credit Union. Like earning real finance.
What does it say? Your account will be reviewed for a blue check mark soon. It's Canada John. We're reading poetry this time. One of the best blueberries I've ever had. People of the Lion Clubhouse. To keep the clubhouse fan. Probably the funniest title I've ever seen.
Is that ain't there Semitic Jew hating, red face, pubic hair, looking low IQ, clubhouse cock sucking motherfucking piece of shit? Is that who that is? Is that who the fuck that is? Let us know! Let us know! And let us know! Your bed now, so make your bed! Make your bed now, so go clean your room! Daddy coming home, he gonna whoop your ass, go clean your room now, so make your bed! Daddy coming home, Lonzo! Daddy coming home, Lonzo!
We gotta clip that one.
Go make your bed, Lonzo! Daddy coming home!
Patrick is ready to sing. Signing. Singing! Singing and signing. No one wants to come and play in my rooms anymore. I wonder why. Diáconos! To call someone. Damn, Scott put me to voicemail, dog.
Your call has forwarded to voicemail. The person you're trying to reach is not available at the tone. Please record your message when you have finished recording and hang up.
Hey Sadie, this is John. I hope you're having a great weekend. If you are free this afternoon and you'd like to get some brunch, just give me a call or text me. Looking forward to speaking with you and maybe meeting you. Hope you're having a great day. Bye. Who else can we call? We gotta call the Groover. Grover.
Please leave your message for 773517543.
Hey Jasmine, it's John. I don't know if you're free this afternoon for brunch, but if you want to go down to the Dock restaurant or maybe somewhere in Andersonville, Would love to hear from you. I hope you have a great weekend. Bye. Yeah, we could. See, the thing is, you could call into my show. You don't actually have to come into my recording studio to be on the show. Hey, Daniela, how are you doing? You're driving back. I called you when you were driving there. Full circle.
I know. That was a weekend. Now it's the end of the weekend. We're driving back.
Full circle. Such a short trip. What a waste of a drive. So much driving. Exhausting.
I know. We're both like 5 pounds fatter. We did a lot of eating.
Oh, 5 pounds of fat. That's 5 pounds of shit.
The food there is so good. Oh my god. It is like half the price of Seattle and bomb food. Oh my god, I've been eating for like 2 days straight. And then we found a gym one day. We did go to the gym. We bought like a day pass. The gym is not fancy. It's not fancy like Arizona and Southern California. Just I don't like it. So
Well,
yeah.
did you break a sweat?
Did I break a sweat? I did 10 minutes of cardio, and I went in the steam bath. Yeah, that's about it. I did a lot of stretching. I needed to stretch. But it's pouring rain. Like, the place is really nice. The first day, we had a lot of fun. It was sunny and warm. But the next 2 days, the weather changed, and it's been pouring rain, cold. Like, it might snow. I swear, it's like low 40s.
Yeah, the winter is coming. I know. I got to turn the heat on in my house.
It's really cold. So, what'd you do this weekend?
Just read a bunch of books, worked out, went out, ate well, listened to great music, met a musician, filmed some music. It's been a fun weekend.
Nice. Nice. Yeah. Well, you would like Coeur d'Alene. It's MAGA country.
MAGA country. People love Donald. So when do you think the hostages are coming out? Tomorrow? Tonight? When?
I thought they started coming back. I thought that's what I read yesterday. Is that all right?
I didn't see it in the news this morning.
Oh, I'm not really sure. I thought that was all something. You know what I did see online though was that in Gaza, that the Hamas are just like killing they're rounding up different civilians and shooting them, claiming they collaborated with Israel and just shooting them point blank in the head, execution. Yeah, they're fucked up. And another thing what they're doing, I guess, is they said that instead of, because they don't want, part of the negotiations is they don't want Hamas to rule Gaza anymore, so they're essentially trying to change the name. Instead of Hamas, it'll be Gaza, like Palestinian Security Forces or something.
Yeah.
They're trying to change the name. That's what I read.
They have to rebrand because nobody likes the word Hamas anymore because it sounds like terrorist.
Yeah, it's not. They're trying to rebrand exactly. So, yeah. So,
We'll drive safe. What are you gonna do if you have to drop a big deuce on the highway? You have JIC or just in case tissues?
I just asked my girlfriend who's with me. I said, "Did you shit this weekend?"
Oh!
I just asked her that. I just asked her that.
If you eat well, you should make 3 bowel movements every morning.
I know, that's what I told her. I'm trying to copy digestion.
How many shits a day do your dogs take on average?
At least 3 a walk. Per walk.
3 drops per walk, 3 walks, 9 deuces a day. Holy shit.
I know. Holy shit, right? At least, no, I swear, at least like
Well, imagine if you had children and you had a conversation about your children's digestion and poop, and you've yet to have that convo. When are you gonna have a baby, Daniela?
Who is that?
When are you gonna have a baby, Daniela?
Oh my god, John, that doesn't even sound like you. Like, who is that?
Like, how's the insecurity force it? Is there something?
No, that's me. I'm just kidding around. I'm just doing a voice.
I know. It didn't sound like your voice though. So it's not something.
Well, drive safe. I mean, have a nice week. I hope all your dreams come true. But the quickest way to make your dreams come true is to have no desires. So, desires are the root of suffering.
What? John,
If you
the best way to make your dreams come true is make them come true.
Well, it's a question of communication. Everything comes down to communication. I hope they get those hostages out, and then I guarantee you they're going to go back to war with those people. I mean, they're driving around in four-wheel trucks, fully clad up, like they're running it like a caliphate. So there's no way that they're not going to go into direct conflict again.
I know. The Muslims right now are fucking taking over the world. Did you know, like, I was watching videos last night on Instagram of what is going on all over, but in US and Europe, in Paris, like, the Muslims took over the migrants, like, took over a bunch of places in Rome. In Rome, like, this migrant tried to light a gas pipe of a residential building on fire, like light it on fire so the building would burn. And there's just like so much shit going on. I cannot believe it. Like Europe is fucked. They literally like let everybody in the country and it's out of control. London is out of control, the theft and rape and yeah, murder, like everything. It's really bad. It's really bad. This video is really, really scary. So that is the one thing. When you're not in a country, you feel so much safer and cleaner, and no homeless. This girl last night at the bar, she just started talking to me, and she's about my age, and then she started telling me how she's from Southern California originally, and she lived in Scottsdale, and now she moved to Coeur d'Alene, and she just met her husband like a year ago. They just got married like a year ago. And I was like, yeah, I haven't met my husband yet. And she's like, don't worry, I'll come, be patient, And she's like, and anyway, she was just talking how much she loves like Coeur d'Alene. It's like not in the country. And she said I don't even lock my car doors. And it's safe and clean. And yeah, she was just talking about it. It was just cute. She's around my age. And then yeah, she was 41. And then she said
Wait a second, aren't you 52?
no, not yet.
I thought you were 55. I was being generous at 52.
No, but I'm younger than your sister. So she bought me a drink at the bar. That was really sweet. And then yeah. Then some guy started talking to me from, I guess he was from Nashville. And he had a big accent. And then I was like, oh, what are you doing in free time? I hunt and I fish. I was like, oh, okay. I
Oh yeah, you are. You're just a very young puma cougar. You've barely crossed the line. You have 20 more years of easily cougaring, maybe 30 more years of cougaring.
But anyway, the bar was called the Moose, and the bars are pretty fun. Oh, so they have all this live music everywhere, and then I was asking the concierge at the hotel. I was like, oh, where can we go for some like good like country music and dancing? So he's like, oh, go to Post Falls. We gave him the name of some bar. A friend and I drove out there. That was earlier in the evening. It was, I guess, it was too early. I thought they would start early, but we just went out there early, and they weren't really happening. It was happening yet. It was around 7 when we got there, and the place looks awesome. Okay, I totally want to go back there on like a night that it's happening. They do line dancing every Friday night. Like they teach. Of course, they teach dancing at like 7:30 every Friday night, and then on Saturday nights they do swing dancing lessons for an hour, and then it's live music. It was like a super super country bar, like huge, like dance floor, huge. And he said the place gets wild, and you could tell it was like early in the evening. We got there, and then my friend didn't want to go in, so I was like, Steve, there was nothing happening at that time, so you know, we're like, okay, we don't want to wait around anyway. It was kind of far from where we are. We had to drive 20 minutes out, which on the freeway, 20 minutes, which was like towards Spokane. I was like, I didn't even know where we were. It was the middle of the night. I mean, it was dark, and it was pouring rain, and I didn't really want to be partying in Spokane. It's like the border of Spokane is Washington, and Coeur d'Alene is Idaho. So I guess it's on the state line between the two. But Spokane is like known to be like a city that's like high crime, you know.
Hit that like button. Subscribe now. Comment, share, like, subscribe now.
Anytime you're like in a casual country bar, but like honky tonk style, super fun. Super fun. So I was like, oh, I would love to go back there.
Fucking crazy. This is like the longest drive to a local bar you've ever experienced. Like, congratulations.
Oh, yeah.
You just drove to the furthest bar in your life to have a drink.
It was the furthest bar, but you know, it's like, you know, those cops are just waiting when they come out of a place like that. So you do not want to be driving, you know, you got to be Ubering. And yeah, so anyway, it was too early. We were there too early, and my friend wasn't into it, so I was like, yeah, that's fine, let's go. So we went back to Coeur d'Alene, but yeah, you know, even like Coeur d'Alene at like midnight, we kind of stayed till you know around midnight, but you know all those cops are literally just waiting outside those bars, waiting to be like people. So you kind of really gotta be taking Uber around.
Man, I saw all these people got kicked off the train, and there were hundreds of people that couldn't get to where they needed to go, so they had to call Ubers and take buses. And you know, trains break down. Chicago is, you know, always a pain. Can be an extreme pain in the ass city.
Yeah.
It's only getting worse, not getting better. They're not spending any money. It's all like for like.
Why are you still in Chicago? Why don't you just rent your place and move somewhere else?
You know, that could be in my future. I hope you're a good prophetess. I mean, you know, South Beach, you know, West Palm Beach, Boynton Beach, anywhere close to the beach is where I want to be, and where it's warm. I don't care about the heat. I hate the cold, so I'd love to get out of Chicago.
Yeah, I know. I was just talking about that. I was like, because you know, I wanted to come to Idaho to explore. I was like, I thought it would be cowboy town, and I thought I would like it, but it's not really that much of a cowboy town currently, and it's already as cool as Washington Street, and it's not a ski town. It's not quite a ski town. Like there's ski resorts within like I don't know, like distance. I don't know exactly how far, but it's not a ski town, so it's like yeah. But I really do. Like I miss the sunshine. I miss the warmth. I miss like really fancy gyms and like sounds like I think I want to move again. I want to move back to like I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Like Scottsdale was fun, but that's like sort of party place. But I really like the gyms there. But I don't think I'm from Scottsdale.
Why don't you just
I think
move?
it's just a posh.
Why don't you just move to Newport Beach again?
Yeah, I was thinking I want to move back to maybe Southern California. Like, I really love that area. It's like there's just so. I just hate the fact that it's like Newsom country. He's just destroyed that state. It would be better if it was MAGA.
Yeah, but you know what? He can't change the weather though, so.
I know. I know. But I'm trying to beat around all these libtards and all their homeless agenda, and all their vaccine agendas, and like everything, all of it. So, but yeah, I really love Southern California. By the beach, the weather's mild, you have hikes, little hikes, and then you also have an international airport right there. So, it's a good place to be, it's a good place. Yeah, I want to get out. There's more Jews, like I'm not really around anyone with like my values. So I feel like a little bit empty.
Well,
It's
that allows you to, see, that's why you're never gonna leave though, because then that makes you the super apex predator amongst all of these clowns in clown world.
yeah, I don't need all that.
Yeah, but you live amongst those people, so I don't know. A lot of those people are your tenants. A lot of those people are your, neighbors. I mean, they're unavoidable, but you'll probably never leave Seattle. I mean, you're too connected with.
No, I'm not. It's not too much for me. It's not striking. I think like somewhere between Newport and San Diego is like good for me. Somewhere like around there, The weather's so mild. It's good for my dog.
Well, anyways, people talk all the time about how moving somewhere is gonna like change their life, but the truth is, like, it really doesn't change much because the sun is still the sun, no matter wherever you go. Like,
No, it does. No, it does change. Your environment does change.
no,
It does change. Like,
the sun doesn't change.
Yeah.
The sun is the same everywhere.
When you're like, you hang out with the same people, it's like, sometimes it's not good. It's, because, a lot of people are not progressing. There's nothing major going on, People are like the same year after year. There's not a lot of movement, and, it's just stagnant. So it's not always good. It's not always good.
Well, anyways, you make it good or you make it bad. It's up to you. That's what I'm saying. Like, geography doesn't solve people's problems. People move around and then they suffer the pain in the ass of moving somewhere, and then they're like, man, shit, my problems. I still got all my same problems. I overeat. I don't go to the gym. I'm hooked on Adderall, and I don't do anything productive, and I waste all my time looking at my fucking cell phone. Like, some people, no matter where they live, like, they're not going to change their behavior. But look at you. You're driving halfway across the country to have a drink at a country bar in MAGA territory.
That's right. It's a totally different feel, though. It didn't really feel me there.
Why wouldn't you go back to not Vancouver, but what's that? Anyways,
Whistler?
yeah, like freaking, isn't Whistler still skiing right now?
big season gets.
Oh yeah. Fuck, I'm already thinking it's like
Why is it snowing in Chicago?
getting cold, but I figured up in the middle of nowhere, like maybe they already have snow.
No, they don't have snow yet. Whistler this time of year is like cloudy and rainy and overcast. That's how it is right now. It's a nice time to be in Whistler if you want to like eat in the restaurants and be at the spa and go to the gym. Like yeah, you can do it. You can just like read a book with a fireplace with a cup of hot cocoa.
You know, now is actually a good time for Vegas. Vegas is like I think it's like a good time to go now because
Yeah, I'm gonna go to I'm planning a trip to Vegas probably pretty soon. Yellow's birthday was last week and she wanted to go and then I'm probably gonna go to Vegas soon. My parents are going next week and yeah, so I think I'm gonna probably go to Vegas soon. But but Vegas is it's kind of like what do you do in Vegas when you go? You know?
just the pool and the gym and the buffet, and the
Yeah,
spa.
exactly. You eat. I know. I do like to eat. Go to Vegas is so amazing. And the gym, there's tons of gyms. And then, yeah, exactly. The pool, it might be getting too cold for the pool this time of year. It might be. I think the
Well,
weather's starting to change. Vegas is cold in the winter.
yeah, but they got hot tubs. Everything is heated. See, the whole thing is it's the sun. People are like sun worshippers.
Yeah, I know. I'm a sun worshiper too. So that's why I was like, I can't stand overcast gray days. Like that is the worst. And rain, oh, as soon as the rain comes, I'm just like, get me out of here. Yeah, so I'm definitely ready for Vegas. I'm ready for Mexico. Yeah, like California's mild. California's not that hot. You can't really get us, can't really get us to tan in California. You know that like over there by the beach between Newport and San Diego, it's overcast all morning, right?
Yeah, I know.
The sun doesn't come out until the afternoon. Yeah, but food down there is so good. Food in California is great. We don't have good food in Washington. We don't really have like I don't have any spots to like, oh that's my spot. But in California, you got fish tacos everywhere. You have a lot of healthy places to eat, like big salads and lots of protein. It's really good. Yeah. And I really love all those like short little hikes that you can do with the eucalyptus trees, ride. I love those. Those are all super fun.
All right, well, drive safe and make sure you pull off and take a whiz. Don't hold it. It's never good to hold it
I
in.
know. I know. Let's see how long it takes to get home. Because when we left Seattle, we left 7 a.m. on Friday. Right, 7 a.m. on the dot, and we rolled into Colonel Lane, Idaho at 12 noon. So it took us 5 hours with a couple stops, for gas, bathrooms, and that. And now we left at 12:15. So I want to see what time we end up getting home. Hopefully we don't hit too much traffic. Coming back on weekends, people start coming back. I don't know. So we'll see. What are you doing the rest of the day?
I'm gonna go do some yoga, then suntan, and then have a nice dinner, take a hot bath, do more yoga, and then who knows, maybe some angel from Hinge will say, "Hey, I want to get a drink."
Yeah. Don't make her pay for it, John.
Oh, I can afford one cocktail.
You're not missing anything over here. It's freaking
rain. My windshield wipers are working as fast as they can go.
Wow. All right. Well, be very careful and be aware. You know, avoid it. You know, more safety to
Okay, I'll
you.
talk to you soon.
Okay. Take care. Bye.
Thanks for your call. Love
Okay.
you.
Love you too. Take care. Bye bye. Yeah, love you. Can't wait to hang up with you so I can jump on YouTube and make a poem. Love you. Yeah, get that fake dopamine, that like fake self and artificial love you comments.
Someone talk to these sensors.
Wants to have a baby. I want to have a baby. Free, free, Palestine.
In our with your master English, the noble of themselves.
John, many things we are opposed on. Like all the liberals Democrat. Let's just
Fire this YouTube account. I'm gonna read to you a scammer. Vaccine liar. It's not a
It's not a vaccine, it's a gene modifier. It's gene therapeutic. Okay, we're ready for these. This is the hardest setup I've ever had to make, and I'm still not even ready to make it. Okay, we're gonna play some of this Japanese music quickly.
Cole is my miracle child. So how does your miracle child get cancer?
Okay, I guess I gotta do this. Here we go. This is poetry and love. Okay, this is poetry readings. Concept job.
Well, for some lengthy ones here, this is candidate John, Maxine Lyon. 12 minutes, Gene there.
No second guesses. Where I want, I barely wear dresses. All I live, no man is survive. She on the street, automatically me alive. Introducing the owl, I'm a queen.
Magical poetry for you. Kitover bringing you another amazing Magic John Kitover recording. Boring Magical. We are eating boring Magical. The Super Spectre Congressman for speaking poetry. I hope you enjoy this
Okay, this is another poem. This is called On the Edge of the Desert. We could finish it straight in our paths. This is candidate Congressman John Kitover reading poetry to you to defeat Darren LaHood in the 16th district, a super debt creator, super spender, super taxer, a gun grabber, COVID-19 vaccine liar, a scammer, a frauder. Go to johnforcongress.com. I hope you enjoy this poem. This is the second part of Stray in Our Paths. From all the circle of eternity, were that the reason for thou shudderest to hear the voice of love? It is no voice that men may hear, but an intensest rich silence, that silence when man waits to hear some faint vibration in the smitten air, and if he hear not die, but we who love are beyond death, and therefore may commune in that still tongue. It is the only speech and song of stars and sun, nor is it marred by one dissentient tremor of the air that girds the earth, but in lone ether spreads its song. But now I turn to thee, whose eyes blaze on me with such look as flesh and blood may never see and live, for so it burns into the innerst being, the spirit, stains its vital essence with a brand, a fire that shall not change, and shuddering, gaze back, spirit to spirit, with a like insatiable desire that never quenched, nor lessened by sublime satiety, but rather crescent, hotter with the flame of its own burning that consumes it not, because it is the pure white flame of God. I shudder, holding thee to me. The gaze is still on me. 1,000 years have passed, and yet 1,000,000 years they are as men count years, and yet we stand and gaze with touching hands and lips immutable, as mortals stand a moment. The universe is one soul, one spirit, one flame, one infinite God, one infinite love. This is called On the Edge of the Desert. You come between me and the night that was my queen till you arose. You come between me and the light. You come between me and the snows. The sun, the sands, the horizon, since you were come, all these are gone. Leave me some love of flower and tree, some passion for the moon and stars, some ache of springs from the sigh of sea, some echo in love's ancient scars. To witness ere your reign began, that among men I was a man. No voice in life allures but yours. No sight nor sleep allays mine eyes. Night sways my dull distemper tours, till light renews my scale of sighs. Half a man's span I have lived. In sooth, you have found the elixir that gives
This
youth.
is candidate Congressman John Kitover reading poetry to you to defeat Darren Hood in the 16th District. He's super collaborator, super It is the voice that men may hear. Super spinner, super taxer. Just regular COVID-19 vaccine liar, scammer, John from Congressman. I hope you enjoy this poem. This is the second part of Stray Inner Paths. From all the circle of eternity, without the reason for thou shudderest to hear the voice of love. It is no voice that men may hear, but an intensest rich silence. A silence when man waits to hear some faint vibration in the smitten air. And if he did not die, but we who love are beyond death, therefore may commune in that still tongue. It is the only speech and song of stars and sun, nor is it marred by one dissentient tremor of the air that girds the earth, but in lone ether spreads its song. But now I turn to thee, who whose eyes blaze at me with such reflection, blood may never see and live, for so it burns into the innermost
One of those places where it was like,
stains its vital essence with its crazy that conversation, traumatic strain.
seriously, you're not even questioning anything I'm telling you.
Insatiable desire to never quench.
This is candidate Congressman John Kitover reading poetry to you with friends there in the hood of 16th District. He's figured that career superstar, super tax, like Lon Rapper, COVID-19 vaccine liar, scam on a fraud, go John for Congress.com. This is the second part of the string of paths. From all the circle of eternity,
Touching hands and lips, immutable as the mortal sad moment. The universe is one soul, one spirit, one flame. Infinite God, one infinite love. This is Columbia. When you have had enough to eat and take shade, my son, father's father, I think it's important to note what subjects we haven't discussed. We completely ignored the fact that this is a society divided by fear, hatred,
In a style of gem-like lucidity, radiant with you. Greatest love. You need no superchargers at all. This is
I'm running against Darren LaHood, and we have 1,130 signatures. We need 700 signatures on our petitions. We submit October 27th, 28th, and the website is johnforcongress.com. I'm running as a fiscal conservative. My mantra is stop borrowing, stop spending, stop taxing. See, liar, scammer, a fraud, go to johnforcongress.com. This is the second part of String of Paths. Also,
outfits.
Hey, Squish.
If you gotta be twice as good, can you throw twice as far? What would you do? Is Sprite responsible for your success?
This is Canada Congressman John Kitover reading poetry to defeat Darren Hood in the 16th District. Go to johnforcongress.com, like this video, share this video, subscribe to this YouTube account. Thanks so much for being here. This poem is called On the Edge of the Desert. You come between me and the night that was my queen till you arose. You come between me and the light. You come between me and the snows. Sun, the sands, the horizon. Since you are come, all these are gone. Leave me some love of flower and tree, some passion for the moon and stars, some ache of spring, some sigh of sea, some echo in love's ancient scars. To witness ere your reign began that among men I was a man. No voice in life allures but yours, no sight, no sleep allays mine eyes. Night sways my dull distemper tours, to light renews my scale of sighs. Half a man's span I have lived. In sooth, you have found the elixir that gives youth. From the most austral east, you drove on the most fortunate wind blows. Galleon piled with treasure trove, the sun's gold, silver of the snows. All jewels, all virtue far above, all tall ship laden with true love. You strode majestical and fierce, armed and avenging Amazon, warrior maiden mad to pierce, with unfleshed steel man's morion, thrust the rapier of your art, singing for rapture through my heart. I died, and you, by death refreshed, washed in my blood, gave up my soul to love, who, seeing us enmeshed, wept, and with one smile made us whole. Whence you have all life's gold for gain, and I am grown a boy again. I am 1,000 worlds withdrawn from these long leagues of sand and sun. I am with you in the windy dawn. I am with you when night's fingers run over the desert, when the dunes lift up their faces to the moons. I am blind to these, my life's one ache. My tongue is swollen, my lips are burnt, my body shivers for your sake. For this last lesson I have learnt, Layla, my light, my night, tragic and true, I never loved till I loved you. For you have fixed the boyish dream and saved the man from love's wraith. Your love rekindled hope's blue gleam, and hope fulfilled requickened faith, and faith confirmed renewed the birth of a new heaven and a new earth. Mine is the only star that ever left the lone cross to blend its ray with my lion's heart and dare endeavor to knell the night and dim the day. Mine is the only maiden worth the wooing ever won on earth.
years ago?
Oh my gosh.
This is Canada Congressman John Kitover reading poetry to defeat Daryl Hunt in the 16th District. Go to JohnForCongress.com. Like this video, share this video, subscribe to this YouTube account. Thanks so much for being here. This poem is called On the Edge of the Desert. You come between me and the night. It was my queen till you arose. Come between me and the light. Come between me and the snows. Sun, the sands, the horizon. Since you are come, all these are gone. Leave me some love for the trees, some passion for the moon and stars, some ache of spring, some sigh of sea, some echo in those ancient scars. To witness ere rain began that among men I was a man. No voice in life allures but yours, no sight, no sleep allays mine eyes. Night sways my dull distemper tours, the light notes my stealing sighs. Half a man's span I have lived. In sooth, you have found the elixir that gives youth. From the most austere east, you drove on the most fortunate wind blows. Galleon pile with treasure trove. The sun's gold, silver, the snows, all jewels, all virtue. This is Congressman. Said that day.
This is candidate Congressman John Kitover reading poetry to defeat Darren LaHood in the 16th District. Go to johnforcongress.com. The name of this poem is On the Edge of the Desert. This is part 2. I died, and you by death refreshed, washed in my blood, gave up my soul to love who, seeing us enmeshed, wept, and with one smile made us whole. Whence you all life's gold for gain, and I am grown boy again. I am 1,000 worlds withdrawn from these long leagues of sand and sun. I am with you in the windy dawn. I am with you when night's fingers run over the desert, when the dunes lift up their faces to the moons. I am blind to these, my life's one ache. My tongue is swollen, my lips are burnt, my body shivers for your sake. For this last lesson I have learnt, Layla, my night, tragic and true, I never loved till I loved you. For you have fixed the boy's dream, saved the man from love's wraith. Your love rekindled hope's blue gleam, and hope fulfilled requickened faith, and faith confirmed renewed the birth of a new heaven and a new earth. Mine is the only star that ever left the lone cross to bend its ray. My lion's heart in dear endeavor to nail the night and dim the day. Mine is the only maiden worth the wooing ever won on earth. Layla, my night enshadowed me, drawn down night mine eyelids, bid me sleep, and dream of thee, and dream of thee. Wake and weep, awake and weep, I care not which, so thee I find, present or absent in my mind. The next poem is called Rosa Decidua. O Rose, thou art sick, the invisible worm that flies in the night, in the howling storm, has found out thy bed of crimson joy, and his dark secret love does thy life destroy. Blake. Rose of the world, if so, then what a world! What worm at its red heart they curled from the beginning? Plucked and torn and trampled and utterly corrupt is she that was the queen flower, unexampled in gardens goodlier than Arcady. O thou, whose body was my lair, whose soul lay on my mouth like a live coal, this time thou hearest not my song, thine ears are stopped with worse than death, and all this wasted breath of mine, the songs of 6 most memorable years of ecstasy and agony.
Kitover reading poetry. Darren Hood, the 16th State District Judge. Darren Hood in the 16th District. Go to JohnForCongress.com. The name of this poem is On the Edge of the Desert. This is part 2. I died, and you by death refreshed. Washed in my blood, gave up my soul to love who, seeing us enmesh, wept and with one smile made us whole. Whence you all life's gold for gain, and I am grown a boy again. I'm 1,000 worlds withdrawn from these long leagues of sand and sun. I am with you in the windy dawn. I am with you when night's fingers run over the desert, when the dunes lift up their faces to the moons. I am blind to these, my life's one ache. My tongue is swollen, my lips are burnt, my body shivers for your sake. But this last lesson I have learned, Layla, my night, tragic and true, never loved till I loved you. You fixed the boy's dream, saved the man from life's wraith. Your love rekindled hope's blue gleam, and hope fulfilled quickened faith. And faith confirmed and renewed the birth of a new heaven and a new earth. Mine is the only star that ever left the lone cross to bend its ray. My lion's heart in dear endeavor to knell the night and dim the day. Mine is the only maiden worth the wooing ever won on earth. Layla, my night enshadowed me, drawn down night, mine eyelids bid me sleep, and dream of thee, and dream of thee. next poem is called Rosa Decidua. Oh, Rose, thou art sick, the invisible worm that flies in the night, and the howling storm has found out thy bed of crimson joy, and his dark secret love does thy life destroy. Like, Rose of the world, if so, then what a world! With a worm and its red heart they curl, getting plucked and torn and trampled and utterly corrupt is she that was the queen flower unexampled in gardens goodlier than Arcady. O thou, whose body was my lair, whose soul lay on my mouth like a live coal, whose time thou hearest not my song, thine ears are stopped with worse than death, and all this wasted breath of mine. Since Congressman John Kitover reading poetry to die. My dental fresh. Washing my blood, give up my soul. During the hood of the 16th district of a super debt creator, super now.
Okay, this is going to be a new poem. Thanks for being here with us in the lives. Okay, this next poem is called Rosa Decidua. This is candidate Congressman John Kitover for the 16th District, reading poetry to defeat Darren LaHood. The name of this poem is called Rosa Decidua. O Rose, thou art sick, the invisible worm that flies in the night, and howling storms found out thy bed of crimson joy, and his dark secret love does thy life destroy. Like Rose of the world, if so, then what a world! What worm at its red heart lay curled from the beginning, plucked and torn and trampled and utterly corrupt is she that was the queen flower, unexampled in gardens goodlier than Arcady. Thou, whose body was my lair, whose soul lay on my mouth like a live coal, this time thou hearest not my song, thine ears are stopped with worse than death. All this wasted breath of mine, the songs of six most memorable, yet ecstasy and agony may not attain to charm thy being into love again. This is no tragedy of little tears, My brain is hard and cold. There is no beat of its blood. There is no heat of sacred fire upon my lips to sing. My heart is dead. They say that name thrice over, Rose, Rose, Rose. Even as lover should call to lover, there is no quickening, no flood, no fount that flows, no water wells from the dead spring. My thoughts come singly dry, contemptuous, too cold for hate. All I can say is that they come from some dead sphere without me. Singly they come, beats of a senseless drum, jarred by a fool, harsh, unharmonious. There is no sense within me or about me. Yet each thought is most surely known for a catastrophe, no climax of a well-wrought tragedy. Single and sterile, I am here for naught. I have no memory of the rose-red hours, no fragrance of those days amid the flowers lingers. All's drowned in the accursed stench of this damned present. Past years of boredness has found foul waters drench my earth, hell's filth. With what cold eye one scans this body that was so long since 2 years, I wrench my soul to say it. All a man's delight, come look at it. This leaden skin with ochre staining its amorphous gray, all that elastic brilliant passed away. Minute, invading wrinkles where the flesh is soaked away by the foul thing within her soul, the bloom so faint and fresh, smudged to a smoky glow as one may see at sunset in the factory lands, the lips thinned and their color sickened into slate, the eyes like common glass, the hair's gloss, dull and most gone, all pendulous and fat, the breath that was more sweet than Lebanon, and all the flowers and honey and spice thereof. Let's do some yoga. Farmer's market.
Come between me and the night. It was my will till you arose. Come between me and the light. Sun set the horizon since you were come. Days are gone. Leave me some lovely flowers. Some wishing for the moon stars. Some maple spirits inside the seas that echoed like ancient scars. Who was there? Me. And the long man was a man. Voice and life close with yours. No sight, no sleep in these eyes. Night sways my doors, toes. The light renews my scaled sides. You come between me and the night. It was my queen till you arose. You come between me and the light. You come between me and the snows. The sun sands the horizon since you have come.
Oh, right. Gillette lamps blades last 50% longer. I know.
John fucking Kitover. There's a John fucking Kitover. God. John fucking Kitover. Oh man.
During the Hood, the name of this poem is called Rosa Decidua. Oh, Rose, thou art sick. Invisible worm that flies in the night. The howling storm has found out thy bed of crimson joy is dark secret love. Does thy life destroy? Like Rose of the world, so in what world? A worm and red heart like curled from the beginning. Plucked and torn, troubled, loudly corrupted. She was the queen flower, exampled in gardens goodlier than Arcady. Whose body was mine there, solely on my mouth like a live pool. This tiny bouquet is not my song, my ears are stopped with words of death. All this wasted breath of mine, the songs of six most memorable.
John, look at that profile. Fucking kid. That's it.
There's no tragedy of little tears. My pain is
John
hard and
fucking
cold.
kid.
There is no beat of its blood. There is no heat of sacred
I
fire.
rock with the wall.
Say my heart
Hands in
is
the
dead.
step.
They say the rain cries over Rose, Rose, Rose. Even as love. Rain cries over Rose, Rose, Rose. During the Hood, the name of this poem is on the edge of the depth.
Okay, this will be Rose Poem Part 2.
lights. You shouldn't pull his back, bro. The gene therapy injections known as COVID-19 vaccines have fully sterilized the entire Western world. Black.
Isn't it be funny? That shit's really so funny. Not funny, crazy, not weird, but I think it's funny comedy.
So we call this grand entry area and hallway the yellow brick.
Okay, this will be the second part of the Rose poem. This is candidate Congressman John Kitover running for the 16th district to defeat Darren LaHood. This is the Rose poem. Part 2. Thank you for being here. Health, wealth, love, peace of mind, happiness, and strength. Like, share, subscribe this video. This is the Rose. I am here for naught. I have no memory of the rose-red hours. The fragrance of those days amid the flowers lingers, all's drowned in the accursed stench of this damned present. The past year's bought, this is found, foul waters drench my earth, all's filth. With what cold eye one scans this body that was so long since 2 years, I wrench my soul to say it. All man's delight, come, look at it. Its leaden skin with ochre staining its amorphous grey, all that elastic brilliance passed away. Minute invading wrinkles where the flesh is soaked away by the foul thing within her soul, the bloom so faint and fresh, smudged to a smoky glow as one may see its sunset in the factory lands, the lips, thinned and their colour sickened into slate, the eyes like common glass, the hair's gloss dull, the muscles gone, all pendulous with fat, the breath that was more sweet than Lebanon, and all the flowers and honey and spice thereof, ripe for my soul's kiss eagerly to cull, now like a corpse 3 weeks drowned, swollen by sun and water and vermin. There she sways and stares, and with the jaw dropped all awry, first swears, then lurches, then she slobbers unctuously. I am not old, I am quite beautiful. How have I lost your love? Pitiful, pitiful, most pitiful. Is this no tragedy of little tears? This worm was in her blood, lurking for thrice 5 years. And now I see him, that old slime that leers, where Bacchus smiles, that evil and averse God that is wholly curse. He is wholly blessing to the wise, this thing invertebrate, this sewer flood, compact of treacheries, meannesses, and lies, horrible thirst, infamous beastliness, dirt and disease, so sottish wallowing, yet sensitive to pain so hideous that sometimes he appears all pain, all fear, all hate, so slavish, yet so fierce a king, a tyrant to himself, insidious and cunning as some sword and sorceress, capable of action or control, yet a black gulf to drown so strong a soul. He lay close curled within my rose's heart. There is no blame, yet what avails all art? See, reel back beneath the blow of her breath. She comes smiling to me that the stars chambers her drunken lust.
Give me just 30 seconds. Here's what you're missing about Factor. Trust me, Factor isn't your average ready-to-eat meal service. It's made performance food easy for me. I get up to 50 grams of protein per meal, plenty of fiber, and all without overdoing it on carbs. I feel so ready to take on my day, especially with the new protein options. And there's none of that fake stuff. No high fructose corn syrup, no artificial flavors or colors. Factor fuels your goals with facts, not fluff. So what are you waiting for?
This is candidate Congressman John Kitover running for the 16th district to defeat Darren LaHood. This is the Rose Poem Part 2. Thank you for being here. Health, wealth, and peace of mind. Have a strength. Like, share, subscribe to this video. This is the Rose. I am here for naught. I have no memory of the rose-red hours. The fragrance of those days amid the flowers lingers, all's drowned in the accursed stench of this damned present. The past year's bought, and this is found. Foul waters drench my earth, all's filth. With what cold eye one scans this body that was so long since 2 years, enrich my soul to say it. All man's delight, come, look at it. Its leaden skin with ochre staining its amorphous grey. All that elastic brilliance passed away. Minute invading wrinkles where the flesh is soaked away by the foul thing within her soul that blooms so faint and fresh.
Smudged to a smoky glow as one may see its sunset in the factory lands. The lips, thinned and their colors sickened into slate. The eyes like common glass, the hair's glass dull, the muscles gone, all pendulous with fat. The breath that was more sweet than Lebanon. And all the flowers and honey and spice that have ripe for my soul's kiss eagerly to call. Now like a corpse 3 weeks drowned, swollen by sun and water and vermin. There she sways and stares, and with the jaw dropped all awry, first swears, then lurches, then she slobbers unctuously. I am not old, I am quite beautiful. How have I lost your love? Pitiful, pitiful mouse, pitiful. Is this no tragedy? A tragedy of little tears. This worm was in her blood, lurking for thrice 5 years. And now I see him, that old slime that leers, when Dorcas smiles, and evil and averse, God that is holy curse. He is holy blessing of the wise, his thing invertebrate, his sewer flood, compact of treacheries, meannesses, and lies. Horrible thirst, infamous beastliness, dirt and disease, so sottish wildly. Yet sensitive to pain so hideous that sometimes he appears all pain, all fear, all hate, so slavish, yet so fierce a king, a tyrant to himself, insidious and cunning as some sordid sorceress, capable of action or control, yet a black gulf to drown so strong a soul. He lay close curled within my rose's heart. There is no blame, yet what avails all art? See, and reel back beneath. This is Canada Congressman John Kitover running for the 16th district to defeat Darren LaHood. This is the Rose Poem Part 2. Thank you for being here. Peace of mind, have is a strike, like, share, subscribe this video. This is your Rose. I am here for naught. I have no memory of the rose-red hours. The fragrance of those days amid the flowers lingers, all's drowned in the accursed stench of this damned present. The past year's bought, and this is found. Foul waters drench my earth, all's filth. With what cold eye one scans this body that was so long since 2 years, enrich my soul to say it. All man's delight, come, look at it. Its leaden skin with ochre staining its amorphous grey. All that elastic brilliance passed away. Minute invading wrinkles where the flesh is soaked away by the foul thing within her soul, the bloom so faint and fresh. Smudged to a smoky glow as one may see its sunset in the factory lands. The lips, thinned and their colors sickened into slate. Eyes like common glass, the hair's glass dull, the muscles gone, all pendulous with fat. The breath that was more sweet than Lebanon. And all the flowers and honey and spice that have ripe for my soul's kiss eagerly to call. Now like a corpse 3 weeks drowned, swollen by sun and water and vermin. There she sways and stares, and with the jaw dropped all awry, first swears, then lurches, then she slobbers unctuously. I am not old, I am quite beautiful. How have I lost your love? Pitiful, pitiful mouse, pitiful. Is this no tragedy, a tragedy of little tears? This worm was in the blood, lurking for thrice 5 years. And now I see him, that old slime that leers, when Dorcas smiles, and evil and averse, God that is holy curse. He is holy blessing of the wise, his thing invertebrate, his sewer.
I got these blueberries in the refrigerator. They're like the most amazing blueberries I've ever had.
In your arms, and guide his stead.
New seance
Got on the ballot yet.
issue sesame.
Okay, should we do one more poem? Worst thing is I don't have any more coffee.
It's a strike, like, share this video. This is the Rose.
if not, I have no memory of the rose-red hours. The fragrance of those days amid the flowers lingers, always drowned in the accursed stench, this damp present. The pastures bought, this is found, full waters drenched by earth, all's filth. With one cold eye one scans his body that was so long since 2 years. It breaks my soul to say it. All man's delight. Come, look at it. Splendid skin with ochre staining its amorphous gray. All that the lasting brilliance passed away. Minute invading wrinkles where the flesh is soaked away by the foul thing within the soul blooms faint and fresh. Smudged with smoky glows one may see its sunset in the factory lands. The lips, thinned and their color sinking into slate. Eyes like copper glass, the hair is glass dull, the muscles gone, all pendulous with fat. The breath that was more sweet than Lebanon. All the flowers and honey and spice that are bright before my soul's kiss eagerly to cold. Now like a corpse 3 weeks drowned, swollen by sun and water and vermin. There she sways and stares, and with the jaw dropped all awry, first swears, then lurches, then she slobbers unctuously. I am not old, I am quite beautiful. How have I lost your love? Pitiful, pitiful, most pitiful. This is no tragedy, dear, tragedy of little tears. This worm was in her blood, lurking for thrice 5 years. And now I see him, that old spine that glares, mocking smiles, and evil and averse, God with his holy curse.
Use them only with the utmost restraint.
Okay, this is going to be the Rose Part 3. But where is my hat? My awesome little hat. This is candidate Congressman John Kitover running against Darren LaHood in the 16th District, reading poetry to unseat and defeat the super borrower, super spender, super taxer Darren LaHood from Rockford to Peoria. This is the Rose Part 3. Yet sensitive to pain so hideous that sometimes he appears all pain, all fear, all hate. So slavish yet so fierce a king, a tyrant to himself, insidious, cunning as some sordid sorceress, capable of action or control, yet a black gulf to drown so strong a soul. He lay close curled within my rose's heart. There is no blame, yet what avails all art? See, reeled back beneath the blow of her breath, she comes smiling to me. That disgust changes her drunken lust into a shriek of hate. Half conscious still beneath the obsession of the will of all she was before her death, she so hell boils over and she rages, it seems to countless ages, with all the vile abuse that had degraded Glasgow's grievous stews, with all the knowledge of despair, stunningly striking everywhere, mutilating the corpse of my dead love with such a savagery, intensity above, all understanding that it bleeds again as a corpse should bleed at the murderer's touch. Then, not content, she must needs smutch all my past purifying pain, turning all life thing foul vain, what yet imaginable to man, who asks me for my tears. She flings the body of our sweet dead child into my face with hell's own epitaph, profanes that shrine of infinite love and infinite loss, my empty shrine, the one shrine undefiled, my one close clasped cross, and hers as much as mine, profanes it with a hideous laugh, and a lie flung with a curse, and I must hear and must not stamp on the snake, because forsooth this was my love, my peace, my faith, my truth, the rosebud of my youth. It was, it is not, it can never be, This would corrupt God's body with a breath. I see him sicken and swoon. I see him rot through. Though his tabernacle be eternity, this makes a man catch hold of death greedily like a harlot in the street, plucks by the arm some sot. Death shakes me off with a hoarse curse, tied to this woman. His beneficence were too like heaven, and heaven somehow to earn, no doubt, no way that I know. Hell's enough if hell would only burn in silence the one devil word of love. Aye, death slinks off. I have a child that claims my life to keep from knowledge of her mother's fate, to keep from heritage that up to shield from the world's stock, to watch about the seat of madness in her God that has held back from hate.
It's sensitive. It pains me. Sometimes it is all pain, all fear, all hate. So slavish hits are first a king, a tyrant to himself, insidious.
Big day, everybody. That's the spirit. Repping lots of fun. What's going on? Oh, the Homes.com network just hit 100 million visitors. So we're throwing a party now that we're the go-to site for home shoppers.
You don't think this is a little over the top?
Mr. Pickles. Okay, we're still not through this Rose poem. Okay, this is John from Congressman.com. I'm going to end these live streams. I'm going to go sit in the sun and relax. I hope you enjoyed this poetry today. Go to johnfromcongress.com.